Hello! In this video, I'll show you how to create a dependent drop-down list with data validation. In other words, I will show you how to build a template and collect survey data and plan effectively the food and beverage options for the next company barbecue event. We will be practicing the following techniques: list data validation, multiple name ranges created at once, indirect list data validations, and named range list data validation. What we have in this file is a template created to collect the data with the following headers: team name, participant name, choice of meat, choice of beverage. We also have 3 lists of teams: Team A, Team B, Team C, with all different participants on that team. Then we have a list of meat and list of beverages. The plan is to create drop-down in each of the cells of the table. In column B, every participant will choose their team name based on the team name, which will be Team A, Team B, or Team C. In column C, they will see only the list of that team and choose the name, their name from the list. In column D, they'll be able to select the choice of meat for the barbecue event, and in column E, they'll select from the drop-down the choice of beverage. Let's start with the first task, creating the team name drop-down. Clicking on B4, I'm going to go to Data tab and Data Validation. Select a list option and show what is our source. The source will be the 3 headers of the teams. So we have Team A, Team B, and Team C, and they should be the same headers of the name ranges in column H, I, and J. Clicking OK, we have our first data validation created. I'll select Team A and move on to the next task. The next thing, we'll create multiple name ranges, and I'll select the range from H3 to L9 and create at once 5 different name ranges. So selected like that, we will go to Formula tab and Name Manager, Create from Selection. So what we're doing here is we have to define what will be the name of each of the name ranges, and Excel suggests to use top row or left column. We're not going to use the left column because that's not our names. We're going to use the top row as the names of each name range. Clicking OK, and we can see how our name ranges have been created by going and checking in the name box and selecting each of them. We can see under beverage we have these lines from Coke to water, and then we can select each of them to see if they're correctly created. Yes, so you notice that Team A and Team C have 1 less options, and they include a blank space. We don't want to use a blank option, so we'll fix this by going to Name Manager and updating our selection. So in Team A, currently selection is H4 to H9. We'll change H9 to 8, and it will include only the cells until H8. Clicking OK, updating it, and going again to change Team C options to 8 from 9. Let's test and see if we have updated correctly. Yes, we have our list created correctly. Moving on to our data validation in column C, clicking on C4 and going to data validation option and list, This time we have to do our dependent drop down. So it will depend on the selection in column B. So we're going to use indirect function, and it will focus on the value in B4. So I'll type B4, and it's very important that this is not an absolute cell reference, but a relative cell reference. So it will copy down for each of the lines from B4 to B5, B6, and so on. So now we have Team A list of members over here, and we can select one of them. Moving on to our choice of meet data validation. Again, data validation, and selecting list. This time we're going to use named range list, and as we know, our meet options are in the list called meet. So we're going to type equal meet. It is not case sensitive, so you can have uppercase, lowercase, and proper case. It will direct to the list the same way. So clicking OK. Now we have our burger options in D, and we'll do the last data validation again using our named range created already for beverages. So equal beverage. It is very important that it matches the spelling, because if it's not correctly spelled, it's not going to bring the list. So click OK. And now we have our beverage, choice of beverage created. The last thing we're going to use is the copy of data validation in line 4 and paste special, selecting validation. Now we should be okay to choose any of the teams, and based on the teams we have our participant on team B, for example. Select their choice of meat and choice of beverage. Let's see, team B again. Alex 2 times, no. Turkey, water. Select team C. This time, yes, all of the names are correctly coming. You can choose to use this technique for different events or activities. You can use it for different surveys or collecting data. It's up to you. I'll leave it to you to test and let me know how it works. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.